Note for future reference. I had this conversation with a couple friends on Xbox Live one time. If you have crabs, don't go to the clinic and say you have head lice and they give you that shampoo. Don't think that'll work on your balls, because it doesn't. No, I didn't have crabs. I had lice. You know, it was a while back. I had lice in my fucking mop of a hairdo here.
You can say it. You had pubic lice.
I didn't have pubic lice, but believe what you want to. Anyway, so I'm rubbing the shampoo in my head, right? And I have a tendency to wash just about all of the body hair I can with whatever I have on my hands at that point. And I had a whole shitload of shampoo left, so I'm like, fuck it. And I washed my junk with this stuff. Oh, God, it burned like 1,000 suns.
Mike,
it was like the worst experience ever.
Just admit it. Like, we're all friends here.
We all understand, Mike. You don't have the pubes.
Like, I get it. You walk into the free clinic, it's embarrassing. You don't want to say, I've got bugs on my junk. So you say, they're in my hair. So that you figure
No,
the shampoo
I was in the
works.
free clinic once, and I did scare the crap out of everybody because AJ went to get to his shot to have that for the school because they were going to suspend him if he didn't get it. Everybody had to give it, was like for hepatitis or something.
Yeah.
My dumb ass is sitting there in the waiting room. I'm like, come on, what the fuck? I don't even want to be here.
Mike, you can admit
You
it.
gotta watch
You
all that
have
from school with
Hep
me.
C.
Anyway, but this lady comes in. She sits down next to me. There's another guy on my left, but this girl sitting next to me. She goes, oh, what are you here for? I turned and looked at her and said, I think I got AIDS. AJ walks out of the place after getting his shot, looks up. Everyone is sitting on the other side of the place except for me, and I got my feet up on the chairs.
Mike,
What?
you can admit it. We know you have AIDS. Like,
We understand you have gonorrhea.
Matt, right here.
I know.
Is-
That's
is
where your
that where they
gonorrhea is.
Ow!
is that where the bugs are?
Oh, this clothes is actually starting to burn now. This was a bad plan. This was a bad plan.
He's gonna watch his balls in the sink.
I told you guys about the, is that rolling?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I just hit it.
I told you guys about the body wash story, right?
No.
Maybe. I don't know.
The Irish Spring stuff.
No.
Alright, so basically my stepbrother, or no, it's my actual brother of the bloodline. He bought this Irish Spring stuff.
With the creepy commercial where the lady pops at the top of the bottle, I'm just like,
That bothers me.
just a bit.
It makes me wonder about Ireland too, because I've never been there. But I've got a lot of ancestors, but I've never met a lot of attractive Irish. Anyways,
Anyway.
that's not what the story is
It's about.
Okay. So basically, he buys this body wash, and he uses it, and he comes downstairs one. He's like, "Oh, I don't like it. It has exfoliating beads, blah blah blah." I was like, "I'll take it, so I can rub down my manly muscles." For those who haven't seen me via the microphone, I am a shiny golden god.
You weigh like 100 pounds soaking wet with a brick in each pocket. You're the smallest man on the face of the earth.
I'm tall.
You look like an Ethiopian.
Tall.
You're like 6'4" and 100 pounds. It's scary.
Yeah,
Jack
fine.
Skellington.
Yeah, basically Jack Skellington. Anyways, I'm like,
This
okay,
is
I'll
Halloween.
take this body wash, right? So I'm upstairs and I'm scrubbing down my muscles, right? Like hot water beating up on my rippling pecs. And you know, I'm shining like you couldn't have photoshopped the picture better. But so I'm cleaning myself, and then I notice an interesting sensation. I was like, this can't be happening, but it was true. My testicles had gone numb. And so I start freaking out, right? Like, what's going on? What's going on with my downstairs? This doesn't normally happen. Whilst I shower myself. So there's no, like, I thought maybe it was just in my head, but then after a couple minutes, there's no mistaking it. My balls had gone numb. And it was an extremely unpleasant sensation. So I'm like, what's going on? I grabbed this body wash bottle. And it's Irish Spring with cooling gel. It turns out that it wasn't exfoliating beads he didn't like, but it was like some sort of kind of cooling additive, like icy hot. But it didn't affect anywhere on my body except for my testicles, which doesn't make sense to me. So I'm tripping balls, literally, and so I'm freaking out. Like, what do I do? What do I do? And eventually, I just sort of wigged out for a bit, and my testicles came back to the regular format. And I put the body wash down and never used it again.
Understandably so.
And that's the end of that story.
So while I was on
Oh,
training,
dude.
right, I had Irish Spring
Don't
soap,
stop.
but it was like the bar kind.
Nice
Yeah.
one.
While I'm on training, the guy's looking at it because I'm getting inspected. He's looking at my bar soap and there's a hair on it. And he looks at it. He's like, "There's a hair in your soap." He's like, "Yeah." He's like, "I didn't realize Irish Springs came with real Irishmen in it."
Oh, it's always the worst finding a big old curly black hair on the bar. So Because you gotta like hold the face up if you want to use it. You gotta hold the face up with the soap up to the shower head and just hope it sort of runs off.
That's why I don't let anyone touch my soap now. I use it. It goes back in the little soap container thing I have. Close it. Goes back under my bed in this box. It stays there until the next morning when I shower.
That you keep all your weird man-on-man porn in.
Yeah.
Well, it's German dungeon stuff.
It's
tasteful.
It's part of his
tasteful.
Shines up.
It's part of his method.
Yeah, definitely nothing beats a dude with his junk in black leather.
I wish
That's
I had $5 on me, because either of them said we were by his, I don't know, it was like a path
his house
between Trenton and Frankfurt, and there was like a stream in the middle of winter, and
I said
I
I'd
told
put
one
my
of
balls
them
in the
go
water
and
for
just dunk
$5.
their balls in it, and he said that he would for $5, and he said Mike said that he hung low. And Logan's like, yeah, by the cold air you won't hung low. I'm like, yeah, by the time you touch their water, they'll be gone.
It's like as you're getting closer, they do this.
Oh yeah, like they kind of. I'm like that kind of.
Practically here.
No.
I'm like that actually happened once. I lost a testicle.
And dunk in. I'm like, well, the river's wide. You just fall in because you'd be on the ice and be like crack. And I had the most sweet slide ever. I was like this.
Wow,
like,
let's segue to that.
Whoa! Then I stepped off onto the grass and slid this way. And it was great. I almost slid right into his arms. I was gonna go catch me and just fall into James.
And it felt so safe too. In his arms.
Change, baby.
In Ottawa, like, there's like a blizzard out. We were going to a party, so we're walking there, and I had to really piss. So I started to piss. And as soon as I was done, I'm like, yeah. So, but then of that piss, I pretty much had no penis left to grab. So it looks terrible. I started writing my name, and it goes M-A-G. Other girls were like, ew, and the guys were like, we understand.
I know where you're coming from.